Mr. Ndaba, thank you very much for allowing us, Business Window Magazine, to come and have a chat with you regarding your organization, South African Association of Youth Clubs. My name is Tabani Maleka, the founder of ADWI Multimedia Company, the company that actually runs a business and entrepreneurial magazine called Business Window Magazine. So I'm really excited to have this opportunity with you to discuss more about your institution, to also touch on some of the programs that you offer. So as our point of departure, please tell us about your institution. Tell us about what is SAAYC, what is South African Association of Youth Clubs, what your organization is all about. Just take us through that, please.
Yeah, thank you for having us. Southern African Association of Youth Clubs is an organization that is, in short, SAAYC, SAAYC. So we are working with young people across 9 provinces. We have centers mostly in Gauteng. We have center in Ekurhuleni. We have center in Soweto. We also have center in Orange Farm. And Free State, the Eastern Free State, we have center in Makining. Now, the activities that we are doing, we have daily activities that we are doing targeting young people. We have ICTH, where we are teaching basic computer training for young people. We also have Design Squad Global, where we are targeting below 15 years children to instill engineering skills from the young age. We also assist them with educational support. That is one program that we are having, where we'll have spelling bee competitions, we'll have book clubs. So for the other young people who may want to be part of SAAYC, we are an umbrella body, as you can see, as association. So as an association, we have members in all these provinces, where coordinators are facilitating trainings, targeting them to make sure that they run their organizations effectively. So we have a development program that is well structured for members. That is 18-month program targeting our members.
Okay, so tell me your programs, the one that you just mentioned now. And one interesting aspect is that your office is based in a rural area called Makining, where we are now. So what I would like to ask you is that the programs that you mentioned, do they differ with other institutions in urban areas? Like I said, considering that you are operating from a rural area, all the programs that you just mentioned to us, are they the same? Where South African Association of Youth Club exists, or do they differ according to where your organization is based?
Okay, as SAAYC, we are trying very hard to make sure that our programs are standardized. Okay. Meaning what you are having in Soweto, you also have it in Free State. Okay. What we are having elsewhere, you'll have it everywhere where SAAYC is. So we only differ with one program that is only catered in Orange, in Soweto and Ekurhuleni, okay, where they have a unique program. But beyond that, we are all the same. We all have equal number of projects that we are targeting young people for, and we're also serving them equally. So we don't really have speciality where you say that young people from rural communities are not really receiving what other young people elsewhere are receiving.
Oh, okay. So basically, what you're saying is your programs are standardized.
Yeah.
Meaning, what you can find in a rural area setup, you can also find in an urban area setup. So, are your programs the same every year, or perhaps do you have any introduction of other programs every year? Do you keep your programs the same every year, or do you have an opportunity to introduce other new programs as well?
As youth, we are faced with challenges, and each and every year we are trying so hard to make sure that we come up with solutions, because we cannot only talk about problems and problems year and year.
No,
so we are trying to make sure that we revolve or evolve with the times. So from 2022, we introduced Hackathon, and then this year again we are continuing with it. That is where a group of young engineers, young coders or programmers are gathered together to come up with solution. It can be an application, or it can be something that can be used with computer to solve a particular problem.
Okay. So basically, I mean, the hackathon, you mentioned engineering, part of it. You also mentioned the entrepreneurship, part of it. Now, how important is it for somebody coming from a rural area like ours here in Makenen to consider to do the hackathon as the program within your organization?
Okay, let me start by saying hackathon as an activity derives from other programs that are run by SAAYC. Okay. Remember, we have ICT programs where we are dealing with IT. So we have Get Connected, we have other activities that are information technology linked. And then the Design Squad Global is engineering. Now we are merging the two. We are merging the two to say, you have identified a challenge in your community. What is the challenge in your community? How are you intending to solve it, that particular challenge, with what we have now? Because we are living in the age of fourth industrial revolution. Right?
Yes.
So each and every child, or mostly young people, are into cell phones, beautiful gadgets.
Yes.
That is where they communicate. So we are saying, okay, how about you develop or you come up with an app that will solve a particular challenge in your community?
Also, Hackathon is an app, or is it an app-based activity? How does it work?
Hackathon is an activity where programmers are united or are gathered together to solve a particular problem.
Oh, okay.
Meaning, if the problem will be solved by using app, then they will develop an app.
Or to solve that
particular problem.
Oh, okay. So I mean, it's very interesting. So that means there are so many elements attached to the hackathon activity as it is, because I understand you start first by identifying a problem, and then you also have an element of research to understand the problem better, and to also have a specific solution for that problem. Now, I already foresee, young people becoming business people, solving the problem that I think every entrepreneur is trying to solve, particularly coming from the rural areas, because I think in rural areas is where most challenges are existing. That is also where we need to put more focus on how many young people can be brought into programs such as Hackathon to address, the challenges that exist in our rural area. So it's like I'm really fascinated about that. This is June month, Mr. Ndaba. So we know, and history has shown us that there's some sort of degradation or less interest every year as we progress of young people, participating in activities that will uplift their lives. So this youth month, what have you guys organized that is different from other years as an activity or activities for young people? What do you have on the table this year, that for young people and for youth month as well?
We are sitting with the challenge now, because as young people, they are saying, what is there to celebrate with this high rate of unemployment? We are hungry now.
No,
with this solution now, and then we are coming with all these flashy, activities trying to celebrate youth. But there's not really much that the government is doing.
Yes.
But now we, as an organization, we sat and then discussed this and said, as young people, stop pointing fingers.
100%.
What are you doing?
Ownership.
If it's not you, who's going to do it? If it's not now, then when?
Yeah.
So take ownership of what's happening and be active citizen within your community.
No, 100%.
And stop blaming the current situation as status quo. Face reality.
No, 100%, we agree.
So we have a number of activities that we have planned. But generally, under SAAYC, that is 100% owned by SAAYC, is Hackathon. Where young people will be coming up with solution. That is where they will be building some apps. In the process, they are learning how to code, how to program. So they are learning different languages of programming. So we are into that stage where we want to assist our government to reach, young people, to challenge young people into IT, to push them towards preparedness of the futures of work.
Yes.
Because the fourth industrial revolution, what requires us to have, that knowledge of coding, of programming. Because you can check now, a lot of other stores, we shop online, there's no enough, human
interaction.
So if you want to buy something at the local shops, meaning at some point you'll have yourself with the list of whatever you want, without having anyone to assist you. So we need to be at that level where we prepare our young people, because they won't remain young forever.
No, 100%. No, we agree. No, agreed. So tomorrow is June 16. What do you have? What have you prepared for young people tomorrow?
Okay, we have that code. We have that hackathon. We also have launch of sports, because we cannot shy away from the life skills part of development of young people. So we have soccer tournament that will be launching with other partners in our community. We also have dance competitions that we'll be having with other stakeholders. And then, in short, that is what we'll be having. Also sharing information with young people to say, we have access to information in the palm of our hands. So let's make use of what we have. Before we can start something new, we need to think of the exhaustion of what we already have. Have we exhausted that enough? Because we have other platforms where young people can apply for work and find placement, like your SA Youth Mobi. It's one application that young people can really register and find employment
Yes.
or placement
Okay.
across South Africa.
Okay. I appreciate it. Is there anything at all that you would like to add? Anything, your closing remarks that you would like to share with us?
Okay, in closing, I would like to say it's in your hands as young people, because like I said, you won't be young forever. At some point, you'll be grown up. So whatever that you decide now, it will prepare you for the future. So be aware of where you invest your energy. Make sure that whatever investment that you want to, whether you want to start a company or business, start it. Don't wait for legalities, some processes of registrations, and those will find you along the way. Just start.
Just start. Mr. Ndaba, thank you very much, sir. Thank you.